Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV, and we back here with another video. That part. We got to talk about this Diddy situation and him actually stealing somebody's style back in the days to launch Biggie career. Yeah, y'all heard me, right? Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see the title. So we're going to talk about it. So before we even start, smash that like button. That's right there. That's free. Smash it. Hit that subscribe. You haven't subscribed, so I don't know what y'all waiting on, to be honest. Keep that notification bell on and share this video. So, first off, let me say Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Let's get that out the way. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Hope everybody enjoy their Father's Day. All the guys out there that's real fathers, salute to y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoy your day, because I sure did. I enjoy my day. So, but we got to get back to we got to get back to program right here. So we talking about this Diddy situation because I kind of I forgot to talk about this part. Diddy stole somebody's style back in the days, like in the early '90s. Stole somebody's song in Mississippi, a dude named Notorious B1. Now, some people might have heard about this on narrative, and some people probably didn't hear about this story. But there's always been a story, and it's always been out there and it's kind of true, because when you hear B1 track that I'm about to let y'all hear, and y'all hear Juicy, it's just similar. It's the same thing. It's just Biggie, know what I mean? Biggie from the East Coast, he had a bigger voice, and they launched Juicy. Juicy launched off. But in the back end, Notorious B1 was the first one to actually do that. He was the first one to actually rap on that Juicy track at that time and at that moment. Now, we don't know if Notorious B1, they had a group called the Mississippi Doughboys. Shout out to the Mississippi Doughboys, Mississippi Tap In, because we got to talk about this. So we back in New York. We got to talk about Diddy going all the way to Mississippi, that part. So before we even start this, copyright fair use disclaimer, you can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational entertainment purpose. Clips and videos I play are also owned by the original creators. So we got to talk about this Diddy situation, because if nobody don't know who's Notorious B1 is, this is Notorious B1. Ain't this crazy? There's like similarities to Biggie. Rest in peace to Big. And I think Notorious B1 passed away too. I don't know. Somebody let me know, but I think he passed away several years ago. But this is the song that he came out with, and it called Big Daddy. And if y'all think I'm lying, do y'all research. Y'all will hear the track. Y'all hear the whole track. It got the whole Juicy track and everything. So my question is, we always heard about, Tupac even said this back in the days. He said, Puff be stealing niggas' styles. He steal niggas' styles and he brung it to Big so Big could carry on with it. See, you got to put a character on somebody to see if it could work. Throw the designers on them, throw the Gucci on them, throw the Versace on them, that type of stuff. Then you throw the music, the Juicy behind it. See, Diddy might be a little slime ball at the end of the day, pause. He might be a funny, crooked nigga, allegedly. And everything we speak on over here is alleged. But he's a mastermind nigga. He took this idea from Notorious B1, the song and everything. Now I'm gonna let y'all hear the song, because we ain't gonna be here too long. Let's get to it. We're gonna be here for a while, but not too long. But let's get to it. Now this is Pac back in the days talking about Puff and how he steal niggas' styles and he put on this artist like Big. That's how Big launched off and did what he did with Juicy. Am I lying? That was Big record right there. That Juicy record is the one that actually launched Big up out of here. Got him up to the charts. But hear this song from Notorious B1. I ain't gonna lie though. Copyright fair use is definitely in effect. You can find that on my disclaimer. Everything we speak on is for educational entertainment purpose. I ain't gonna lie. That Notorious B1, if you hear the whole track, he killed it. Body that track. I mean, he spit some bars on that track. Let's go back. Now y'all hear his flow. And now y'all remember Juicy. Everybody remember Juicy and Big Flow. Y'all remember Juicy and Big Flow. It's the exact flow. Anybody that followed Big like I did in my younger careers, Big didn't rap like that. He rapped kind of different. Plus, he didn't even want to drop Juicy. He hated that thought. He thought that was going to ruin his career. That part. But see, Diddy see another vision. Let's go back to that Notorious B1, then we're going to continue with this, man. That's crazy. Sound just like Big. Now we're going to hear Pop talk. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure y'all comment it below because I don't know what y'all waiting on. I want to hear y'all theory. Diddy been stealing nigga style since 92, 93, 94. I'm telling y'all, he been doing this. But he just master it. He'll take it, master it. Let's hear what Pac had to say back in the day. And a lot of people didn't even want to hear Pac. They didn't want to believe Pac.
I used to tell a nigga, yo, if you want to make your money, you got to rap for the bitches. Do not rap for the niggas. I told a nigga, don't rap for the niggas. Rap for the bitches. The bitches will buy your records and the niggas want what the bitches want. So all of a sudden, he changed from being listen to party and bullshit. Listen to his style. He changed from that to Big Papa. Because of me. He had my album, Me Against the World was the second one. He had the first one. I changed everything because Ready to Die came out and it sounded like my album. All my album was about, you know, dealing with death. And then he came out Ready to Die and I had to switch it.
Wow.
That's why it was less East Coast rap, East Coast beats, because Biggie had just took my shit.
That's what, but you could listen to it. That's what that was a success too, because he took like West Coast sound.
We flipped it. I told him that. I told him that. I trained. He was supposed to be Thug Life. All while he was coming up, I used to let him come on stage with me. He was screaming Thug Life.
Hey, cause
he was like, I hate Brooklyn. I hate New York. I'm out with them niggas, Puffy cheating me. Woo woo woo. All of a sudden he blew up, and he wasn't saying Thug Life.
You heard what Pac said. He said, yo, Puff is cheating me. This is around the time of Ready to Die and all that came out. This is around the beginning of the time, before Juicy came out. This what Pac is talking about. Going into before they death and all that. Because if y'all been following Big, Big never dressed with the Versace and the Gucci. Big wasn't dressing like that. He was dressing like Thug Life, straight up hoodies and all that, jeans and all. That's how Big was dressing. That's why Pac said, yo, that nigga copied my style. Because Pac, the one that came with the Versace doing that, he was telling me, like, yo, if you want to sell records, you got to start selling records for the females. So what Puff did, that's why I said it wasn't Big's fault that he had to go on that Juicy track. He only doing what his manager is telling him to do. He only doing what his boss and his producer is telling him to do. And that's Puffy. That's Diddy. Because Diddy's supposed to be the one that's got to launch you as an artist. So his faith is on Diddy. Pause. Diddy heard Notorious B1, that Big Daddy record, aka Juicy record, that came from Mississippi. Now we're gonna get to Smoke, but how did he get his hands on that though? How did he even get his hands on that? We're gonna hear that. We're gonna hear from Big Jim, because back then, y'all gotta understand, a lot of artists, young coming artists, they were sending their demos to these labels. You know how they check out your YouTube page now on the streaming. I mean, it's a new era. So they go to your YouTube page, see how many subscribers you got, see if you popping, see if you got a lot of followers on Instagram. They check you, they do their research on you. It's easy now. Back then, they wasn't able to do that. Back then, they gotta call people mouth to mouth, pause. They gotta hear from people. He say, she say. They gotta hear the demo. You gotta send the demo to them. And now, if they ain't feeling you, if you don't know your business, they're gonna keep that demo. That's what Diddy did, allegedly. And everything I speak on is alleged. Because there's no way in the world that you heard that Juicy track and you just came out like, yo, hold on, let me change the game with this. Because y'all got to think about it. When Juicy came out, there was all Thug Life music. There was gangster music. There was Queensbridge music. There was on West Coast music. It was all gangster music. But when Diddy came out with Juicy, he changed the game. He made thug niggas dance now all in the club and all on the corners off that Juicy, off that Biggie song. Am I lying? What we talking about here? You got to give Diddy his credit on that, because he changed the game in the mid-90s. He made gangsters niggas started dancing again. But what that come from? That come from the West Coast wave with the Snoop Dogg album. The early days, the Chronic and all that, the Dr. Dre's. Them niggas was dancing off that gangster music. They had all gangsters niggas dancing. But see, the East Coast wasn't on that wave. That's when Diddy brought that shit. He brought Juicy, he brought Biggie with the Juicy, Big Papa, and all them type of music. Now, this is Rivera. This is Biggie OG from where he from Brooklyn. Anybody know Rivera? Y'all know who I'm talking about. This is a nigga that he had his own label, Entertainment. I've been talked about him. When Biggie came to him, was like, yo, this nigga want me to jump on his Juicy track. It look like he trying to ruin my career. This was Biggie telling and this was saying in the interview. Let's play this clip right quick. Smash that like button. You see it right there. That junk is free. Do me that favor.
Okay, and this single introduced the world to Biggie. I mean, even though he had some stuff here and there, he had the Dolly My Baby, remix and so forth. This was the first solo single which blew up.
And Big was scared to death.
Really?
Yeah, because he was like, listen, Puff's getting ready to screw my career. And what do you mean he's going to screw your career? He's like, I'm telling you, he's going to screw up my career with this. He wanted Machine Gun Funk to be his first single.
Now, anybody knows, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do me that favor, share this video. Anybody know Machine Gun Funk? That's on Biggie's first album, Ready to Die. Hot track. Big wanted that track to be his first single. Big was on that Thug Life / Gangsta Music. What we talking about? That's why Pac blacked out. Was like, yo, this nigga just switched up after Juicy blew up. And then when Big Papa blew up, he really switched up. Started wearing Gucci and Versace's and all that. That's because of Pac. But with the Juicy track, that's Diddy all day. Diddy was the one that stole that track for Notorious B1. He brought it to the East Coast. I believe Notorious B1 actually sent that to them, or he was sending his little demo to a couple of labels. Diddy got his hands on that, remixed that whole shit, threw Big on it, and next thing you know, we got Juicy as a classic on song that we still hear to this day. Even your little grandkids, your kids sing Juicy. What we talking about? Am I lying? You put that Juicy track on right now with Big, your goddamn grandkids gonna sing, rap off that song. Everybody know that song. It's a classic, man. But let's get to Big Gene. He gonna explain how it's a possibility that Diddy got his hands on that demo or somehow got his hands on that song all the way down to Mississippi. Shout out to Notorious B1 and the Mississippi Doughboys. But Diddy robbed y'all, bro. Robbed y'all. And I don't understand why y'all let that go and put mega lawsuits out. But we're gonna get to it. Smash that like button. Now, this Big Gene at the time, because he was around at that time. Y'all know that.
Biggie, a rapper.
To the Art Dialogue, man. Dope interviews. Make sure you subscribe to them.
Biggie, a rapper from Mississippi named Notorious B1. He claims that Biggie, he stole his song and his name from him. He made a song called Big Daddy that came out in 1993. And the song came out before Juicy. And he said that Biggie stole the song and the concept and he made Juicy. What you think about that, yo? Do you believe Biggie stole his name and song?
I don't think Big stole his name, because in 91, Big was known as Biggie Smalls. You understand what I'm saying? And then they got sued, which stopped him from using Biggie Smalls because they found out somebody else had that name. So I don't think Big stole his name. You understand? So I think that's far-fetched. It's probably was a 100 big big dudes, big guys that was calling themselves big this, big that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think he stole his name. I think he's wrong by that.
Yo, you right, Biggie. He was using the name Notorious before 1993. I think he started using it in 1991. But what you think about the song, though? Do you think he stole the song from him?
No, I don't even think he stole the song and the concept. And I'm gonna tell you why.
And he gonna explain why. Just like I said. He gonna explain the same way I explained it. Back then, you had to send your demos to these labels. They wasn't on YouTube. They wasn't on followers back then. You had to send your demos. And sometimes them niggas will keep it if you ain't lawyer up or you ain't got, if you don't know your business. They'll keep your whole goddamn song. That still goes on to this day. Let's continue what Gene had to say, though.
When they get tracks and everything, it comes from producers.
and people who makes the tracks, the people who produce the music. Now, somebody may have led him to flow, but Big was so fucking arrogant. He's not gonna listen to somebody else's music and then try to rap like them. You understand what I'm saying? The only time I ever seen him do that when he did Bone Thugs and Harmony. And he said, watch how I flip they shit on them. And he wouldn't even do it in the studio with them. I was there in California when that went down. So Big was so fucking arrogant that he wasn't gonna take somebody else's sound and their music, you understand, listen to it and say, yo, let me do it this way. Now, if you look at that track, Pete Rock, remember Pete Rock from CL Smooth, Pete Rock and CL Smooth? Back in 2003, 4, he said that he did that track. You understand? He said, it's an article came out way before when Pete Rock, I didn't know Pete Rock had something to do with it because I thought Trackmasters did it, Tone and Pope. You understand what I'm saying? So now, but Pete Rock said he was the one who first did it. He had did it for himself. Then they had a little disagreement and Trackmasters say, no, they the one who did it because Puff came to them and said, yo, that Juicy beat would be a good song to remix and do. You understand what I'm saying? So now, if you know this to be true, and I said this before a long time ago, is that kids and people were sending their tracks and their songs into these labels. And I think Suge Knight even said the same shit. And they would jack their shit. So, did Puff lead Trackmaster down that road and say, yo, use this beat? You understand what I'm saying? Or use this sound, make it sound like this? I don't know that to be true, but I don't put it past them. So you got to look at the history of all that. Now, why did this shit come out now?
And that's my point. You see, Gene got a point on that. See, Gene putting things together like how we do, how I do, and how y'all do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, do me that favor, share the video. At that time, you got to remember, this is early 90s. Notorious B1 already had this song out. It was already bumping down there in Mississippi and all that. You got to remember, though, New York is the capital. That's the place where the music got to be played at that time. Because now you got Atlanta, you got other cities now that you can pop off at. But back in the days, you had to get your music heard out either in the West Coast or the East Coast. What we talking about here? So who's we to say that Notorious B1 at that time, he a young nigga at that time, trying to come in the rap game, got a hot track called Big Daddy, a.k.a. Juicy, and he's rapping on it, and he killing them bars. Killing it. The song ain't whack. That's the crazy part about it. But yet we all know how Diddy is. Now that we see how Diddy is now, and back then, he mastered it. He said, I'm going to take this song. He probably heard it, gave it to Trackmasters. Shout out to Trackmaster. Anybody know them? Them niggas is ill behind the beats. Remixed it, cut it up a little bit, threw Big on it, told Big, slow the little verses down, slow down on the Juicy so you can catch the beat. And that's what Big did. And that's what we got Juicy. So he took that whole nigga content and everything on that song. Oh, man, it's crazy. Let's continue with Big Gene, though. Diddy been doing this for years, man. He been jacking nigga styles for years. And Pac been telling this way before. Pac been telling everybody this before he passed away. That nigga been stealing everybody's style. He threw Versace and everything on bed because he seen me doing it, meaning Pac. Nasty work out here, y'all. Nasty work.
Tell you how to rap or how to make it sound or whatever. But remember, that's my opinion. Millions of dollars, and it was heating up and everything. Dude ain't come out and say, yo, they stole my shit from me.
Now, this is Gene talking about why they come out now and talk about it. Why you ain't sued them back then when you heard Juicy blow up. You're going to hear Gene say what he heard. According to what he heard, Notorious B1, they want to continue with the lawsuit after Big died. Man, listen, nah, I would have sued Diddy. Big ain't got nothing to do with that part. Let's continue.
Millions of dollars, and it was heating up and everything. Dude ain't come out and say, yo, they stole my shit from me. Don't you wonder? I look at it like this. Now we got streaming. Look how many motherfuckers since that song came out, they went back and listened to his song. Right? They gonna go back and listen to his song. That shit gonna stream about 200, probably 100 million, because people gonna say, yeah. They're gonna go back and listen to it, and then try to match it and say, oh, shit, Big was felonious when he did that. But if you knew Big, he was too fucking arrogant to do anything like that, bro. So I don't believe in no way, form, or fashion that he had anything to do with the stealing of the track or the way the flow and the beat went. That's up to the producers.
Exactly. We can't blame Big. Rest in peace to Big. We can't blame him. Like I said, he put his faith, his everything to Puff. He's an artist trying to come out in the rap game. He's trying to blow. He's trying to knock that door down. That part. He's trying to get heard out here. So the song that bust through the doors, pause, was juicy. But see, y'all gotta understand, like Gene said, y'all can't blame Big the way he flow on it. Similarities to Notorious B1 flow on his song or on Juicy. Similar type of flows. That's all Puff. When you in the studio, your producer is telling you to do this with your voice, do this with your voice, and yo, slow your voice down on this part, and yo, put your voice up on this part. It's the same thing. That's what he do. That's their ears. That's what they listen for. Meaning producers. That's like you're an R&B singer and you're singing, you're high tone. Oh, I mean, lower your tone right exactly on this part right here. Boom, your tone lower down on that part. They do the same thing with rappers. So who's we to say Big Puff ain't take that whole strategy that he heard from Notorious B1? They ain't tell Big about it till later on, because Big did say, yo, blowing up from Mississippi down to the East Coast, condos in Queens, indos to see, sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. He said that on Juicy. He brought up Mississippi. So maybe Big Pie did know, and Big Pie didn't care either. It was like, man, I'm just gonna take this. This junk it sound hot. Let me take it. Let me flow over it. We wouldn't know because Big not here to tell us that story. So we can't put everything on Diddy also. Big might have been with it also. Like, you know what? Yeah, let me jump on it. Let me see. But Big didn't want that song to be his single. You heard what Rivera said. Even Gene about to say it right now also when I continue with the clips. But Diddy knew that song was going to blow. He heard it. He said, this is going to change the game. This is going to make East Coast niggas start dancing again. And that's exactly what Diddy did. Let's continue with the video. Smash that like button. You see that like right there? Smash that like button.
Tell you how to rap or how to make it sound or whatever. But remember, that's my opinion.
Right. Well, he did say that his song did come out first. He said his song and album came out before Juicy and all that. And he did make a comment in a statement that he made in 2012 when he uploaded the song on Dat Piff. He said that he tried to say something back then, but people wasn't listening to him. Then once Biggie passed away, he chilled out because, you know, Biggie passed. So,
but Big passed in 97. I'd have been on that shit in 98. What happened to 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002? Come on, bruh. Now, I'm not taking nothing from dude. And it could be true because those record labels was doing those kids like that. And it's crazy. But you got to look at it, bruh. You passed up a lot of motherfucking lawsuit money. Yo, shit was like, bruh. You passed up a lot of motherfucking lawsuit money. Yo, shit was like funny, and then when Big say down the Mississippi up to the East Coast, now you look at shit like that, be like, yo, wow. Wow. But it's far fetched that Big would ever. He was just too arrogant, bruh. Big was big. You know what I'm saying? Even though he be looking at you this with this eye over here and that eye over there, he didn't give a fuck, bruh. I could never see Big stealing somebody else's flow or style or anything like that. No, not at all. Now, what he did do, and I said this before, you know, with the help of Pac and on them, he got that Big Papa shit on and popping. You understand? That gangster shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They stole Pac format. Talk about the hoes, the clothes. You understand? And how much dough you got.
That was all Pac. Now, if anybody Pac fans, y'all know that's all Pac. Pac switched his style. Like Pac said when I played that clip. Pac said he went from his album talking about death, Ready to Die came out talking about death. Pac switched up, started talking about the clothes and the females and all that. Big started doing that also. It was Puff. It wasn't Big. That's why I keep telling people. It might be Big also this by a little percentage, but it's mostly Puff that's telling you to do this because he's the producer. He's your manager. He's your boss at that time. So Puff telling you things that where he see that could be successful for the label. That part, what we talking about here. But for him to steal this dude whole style, bro, like Notorious B1, and that's the one that actually launched Big. Like, look at the name and the whole thing. Like, yo, I could see Puff going back, doing the whole, like, because Big, you got to understand, like I told people, you're not going to find out, this ain't on social media days. Let that marinate in your head. So you don't know who the hell Notorious B1. You all the way in New York. He in Mississippi. But the demos get to, when you're trying to be a rapper at that time, you got to send your demos out. Meaning you got to send your music out to these labels. Suge said this in a couple mad interviews before too. That's why when Gene brought that up, Suge did say that. We used to keep some of these niggas' music. They don't got the lawyer to fight it and all that. They not trying to fight for this. Now, if you got the money to fight for your rights and all that and your song and all that, now that's a different ball game. But these are upcoming artists at that time. They give up. They like, man, listen, they could just have the song. Next thing you know, that song blow up. How many times we hear that now? Somebody come out on the internet, yo, word up, or female come out, Cardi B stole my song. And we done seen that right now. So imagine back then how many times they was doing that. It was worse back then. Way worse back then. You send a whole hot demo out to your label, nigga. You won't even hear that song. You won't hear no response back or nothing. And 6 months later, nigga, that same song is on the radio blowing up. And you hearing it. You all the way down south like, yo, that's my song. A whole East Coast niggas on it. Straight jacked them. And you know what's crazy? Why I had to make this video? Because that's the single that actually launched Big out, the Juicy. And Big didn't even want that single to come out. He didn't even believe in that type of the Juicy type, know what I mean, music, whatever. Know what I mean, he like, man, he was too much on the thug, like this gangster music. Yo, Diddy been jacking niggas since back in the days, man. It's crazy. And he been getting away with it so many years and people didn't even peep it. But this dude been telling this dude tried to warn us and tell us this before he passed away. Tupac, may him rest in peace.
I used to tell a nigga, yo, if you want to make your money, you got to rap for the bitches. Do not rap for the niggas. I told a nigga, don't rap for the niggas. Rap for the bitches. The bitches will buy your records and the niggas want what the bitches want. So all of a sudden, he changed from being listen to party and bullshit, listen to his style. He changed from that to Big Papa. Because of me. He had my album, Me Against the World was the second one. He had the first one. I changed everything because Ready to Die came out and it sounded like my album. All my album was about, you know, dealing with death. And then he came out Ready to Die and I had to switch it.
Wow.
That's why it was less East Coast rap, East Coast beats, because Biggie had just took my shit.
That's what, but you could listen to it. That's what that was a success too, because he took like West Coast sound.
We flipped it. I told him that. I told him that. I trained. He was supposed to be Thug Life. All while he was coming up, I used to let him come on stage with me. He was screaming Thug Life.
Hey, cause I
He
saw
was
you
like,
at
I
the
hate
Palladium.
Brooklyn, I hate New York, I'm out with them niggas puffy cheating me, woo, woo, woo. All of a sudden he blew up and he wasn't saying Thug Life.
And he wasn't saying Thug Life. He started wearing the Versace and all that. You copy my style. 5 shots couldn't stop me. Now I took him smile. I can give you the smile. That's Pac. When Pac said, nigga, you copy my style, that's what he was referring to. He was referring to Biggie. Was referring to Puff. Because Puff, you the one took it and put it on your artist. Nigga, that part so they could sell records. So you can't put the whole blame on Big. You got to put majority on Puff. Because Puff the one sitting back and he the one you got to understand, he got to put a mastermind. He got to put a plan to build Bad Boy up. Nah, but it was Craig Mack though, you know, flavor in your ear. Now, for the people that don't know Craig Mack, go do your research. Now he got a little bit of change off of Craig Mack's single, Flavor in Your Ear. But Juicy took him to Bad Boy went up. Bad Boy went up an extra 10 levels on them ladders, going through them doors. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What we talking about here? Exactly. Flavor in Your Ear had you like right there in the middle. Juicy came out, boom, that junk gave Bad Boy started going up. But he stole somebody's whole style and music, allegedly. And everything we speak on is alleged over here. But y'all heard Pac. Pac said, man, listen, I had to tell Big, you got to start rapping for the females. The females gonna buy your records. Then the niggas gonna come buy your records because they off the females. That's facts. That's straight facts. Oh man, yo. And like Gene said, the ones that put that swag on Big was Rivera, the one I just showed y'all. We're gonna go back to him one more time, and it was Pop.
Okay, and this single introduced.
This is
Okay, and this single introduced the world to Biggie. I mean, even though he had some stuff here and there, he had like the Dolly My Baby, you know, remix and so forth. This was the first solo single which blew up.
And Big was scared to death.
Really?
Yeah, because he was like, listen, Puff's getting ready to screw my career. And what do you mean he's going to screw your career? He's like, I'm telling you, he's going to screw up my career with this. He wanted Machine Gun Funk to be his first single.
That'll tell you right there. If anybody know Machine Gun Funk, that song, that's straight gangster music right there, nigga. There ain't no Juicy all dancing, all that, you know what I mean? Nah, there ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. But Big took a chance, and actually, Puffy was right. Puff, they launched. They took off with Juicy. Next thing you know, you get Big Papa. Next thing you know, you get some gangster music mixed with some, I mean, dancing music. Puff figured the game out at that time. Diddy figured the game out. But the thing is, you stole a whole nigga style, a whole nigga music. And it's messed up that you took Notorious B1, whole music, whole sound. I don't want to hear yo Big. Now listen, Big slowed down on that track. If you hear Big other tracks, he's rapping a little fast. He's going bar. He's spitting. Juicy, he had to slow it down. You got to catch the rhythm. You got to catch the beat. That's what he did, like Notorious B1 did. Come on, man. It's crazy.
I miss him a lot.
Pardon me, wrong video. You see how he caught the flow? You got to catch that beat. That's how Big did it better. It was better equipment, better studio, all that. So y'all got to think that. This is like probably in the basement or somebody's house in Notorious B1 in the hood somewhere in Mississippi. So when Puff got in, Trackmasters touched it, that shit sounded clear like how Juicy the beat, the music that we got now from Big, a classic. So, but they definitely stole it. They definitely stole that, y'all. There ain't no doubt about it. We can't even debate. They stole that, bro. They stole that. And Diddy knew that was a single that was going to launch them off. He's like, you know what? I'm about to bring New York back with this one. I'm about to have New York dancing and all that. And that's exactly what he did with Juicy. So make sure y'all smash that like button, comment it below, and tell me y'all opinion. What y'all think? Y'all think Diddy ain't take that? Y'all think Diddy ain't get his hands on that? Them niggas, y'all don't think Notorious B1 was sending that shit to labels and somehow Diddy got sent to Bad Boy? It's before this. Now this is before Juicy came out. Niggas had the same name, all that. Big had to change Biggie Smalls because it was some white boy that copy. He had a trademark on that song, so he put. That's why Biggie Smalls it ain't exist anymore. It was Notorious B.I.G. He couldn't use Biggie Smalls no more because somebody had a trademark. He couldn't use that. So they switched the name to Notorious B.I.G. But it's crazy because you had Notorious B1 down there in Mississippi. Nasty work, boy. That industry is nasty work. Yo, Diddy be take that. That's that Diddy, man. Diddy be taking that. He take everything. He gonna take it and he gonna master that shit. That part. What we talking about here? He gonna take your style and he gonna master it. He gonna remix it. And that's the Diddy we got now. Rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace, Notorious B1. If he's still alive, I think he passed away. I don't know, allegedly. But if he is, rest in peace. Because it's crazy how you steal somebody's style all the way down south and that man don't get no credit on it. And then drop the lawsuit because he felt bad because Big passed away. Nah, I would have kept that lawsuit going and sued Diddy. Big ain't got nothing to do with that. Diddy got everything to do with that because he the producer. That shit ain't get on that record ain't come. They ain't get on Big hands. That came through Diddy, through his office. And they jacked that song and they kept it. I'm telling you, that's how Diddy got that song. Demo got sent up there, he heard it, took it, and he jacked it. And never gave them boys down in Mississippi they credit for that song. Anybody in Mississippi, tap in, let me know if I'm speaking facts or not. Anybody watch this video from Mississippi or know about that history between Notorious B1 and Diddy with that Juicy song? They know what I'm talking about. It's all facts, man. They jacked them for that. But let me get up out of here, man. Y'all already know the vibe. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this video. Do me that favor. Diddy, man, you jacking people's style, son. It's crazy. That part. And everything we speak on over here is a legend. Make sure y'all share this video and hit that like button. It's your boy Smoke News TV. If they know, gang. Salute. Diddy.